Lieutenant General Sir Colin Campbell KCB was a British Army officer and colonial governor. Military career. Campbell was the fifth son of Colonel John Campbell of Melfit, and Colina, daughter of John Campbell of Accolade. From his boyhood Campbell gave evidence of a daring disposition, and in 1792, at the age of 16, he ran away from the Perth Academy, and entered himself on a ship bound for the West Indies. He was met in the fruit market at Kingston in Jamaica by his brother Patrick Campbell, then serving on HMS Blonde, who brought him home. His parents yielded to his wishes, and in 1793, he became a midshipman on board an East Indiaman and made 1 or 2 voyages. In February 1795, Campbell became a lieutenant in the 3rd Battalion of the Breadalbane Fencibles, then commanded by his uncle, Lieutenant Colonel John Campbell of Accolade. With the Fencibles he saw action in the Irish Rebellion of 1798. On the 3rd of October 1799 he entered a West India regiment as ensign, and in 1800 acted as brigade major in the island of St. Vincent. On the 21st of August 1801 he was gazetted a lieutenant in the 35th Foot, and at once exchanged into the 78th Foot, which was then stationed in British India. He joined his new regiment at Pune, accompanied Arthur Wellesley in the Second Anglo-Maratha War against the Maharaja Scindia and the Raja of Nagpur, and so greatly distinguished himself by leading the flank companies at the storming of the Petrovar Mednagar on the 8th of August 1803 that Wellesley at once appointed him brigade major. In this capacity he served at the Battle of Assaye, where he was severely wounded and had 2 horses killed under him, at the Battle of Argao, and at the storming of Goa. On leaving India, Wellesley strongly recommended Campbell to his brother, Richard, Lord Wellesley, who made him his aide-de-camp, and to Lord Leigh, who, on the 9th of January 1805, gave him a company in the 75th Highlanders. He returned to England with Lord Wellesley in 1806, and Sir Arthur Wellesley at once asked that he should be appointed brigade major to his brigade, then stationed at Hastings. As brigade major he accompanied Wellesley to Hanover and on the Copenhagen expedition, when his services at the Battle of Kioge were conspicuous. In 1808 Sir Arthur Wellesley appointed Campbell his senior aide-de-camp, when he took command of the expeditionary force destined for Portugal, and sent him home with the dispatches announcing the victory at Rolica on the 17th of August. Campbell, however, windbound and hearing the guns, disembarked, and was present at the Battle of Viamero. Sir Harry Burrard then gave him the Viamero dispatch, and Campbell was promoted a major in the army by brevet on the 2nd of September 1808, and major of the 70th Foot on the 15th of December 1808. On the same day he was appointed an assistant adjutant general to a division of the reinforcements, intended for the peninsula. He was present at the passage of the Douro, at the battles of Talavera and Bosico, and was promoted lieutenant colonel by brevet on the 3rd of May 1810. He was frequently engaged during the pursuit of Marshal Massena and was present at the Battle of Fuentes de Honoro and at Salamanca. He obtained the post of Assistant Quartermaster General at the headquarters of the Army in the Peninsula, at Wellington's special request, in the spring of 1812, and acted in that capacity until the end of the Peninsular War, doing much, it is said, to smooth Wellington's relations with the Quartermaster General George Murray. He was present at the storming of Badajoz in 10 general actions, for which he received the Peninsular Gold Cross and 6 clasps. On the 4th of June 1814 Campbell was promoted colonel in the army by brevet, and on the 25th of July made a captain and lieutenant colonel in the Coldstream Guards. He was also appointed assistant quartermaster general at the Horse Guards, and made a KCB, and a Knight of the Tower and Sword of Portugal. In 1815 he was attached to the staff of the Duke of Wellington, as commandant at headquarters, and was present at the Battle of Waterloo. He held the post throughout Wellington's residence at Paris in the Army of Occupation, from 1815 to 1818. According to Wellington, he was a great soldier but a bad French scholar. When he wished his dinner to be arranged on the table, he used, as it were, to address the dishes, beefsteak venison, petit pate salade. Campbell then exchanged his company in the Guards for the Lieutenant Colonel C of the 65th Foot, which he held until he was promoted Major General in 1825. He held the command of the Southern District for some years. Campbell became Lieutenant Governor of Tobago in 1828 and Lieutenant Governor of Portsmouth and General Officer commanding Southwest District later that year, and in 1833 was appointed Lieutenant Governor of Nova Scotia. In November 1840 he was promoted to the governorship of Ceylon, where he remained from September 1839 to June 1847. It was during his tenure of the latter office that the Duke of Wellington, to whose faithful friendship he owed so much, wrote to him, "We are both growing old. God knows if we shall ever meet again. Happen what may, I shall never forget our first meeting under the walls of Ahmednagar." He was Colonel 99th Foot 1834 to 1836, and of 72nd Foot 1836 until death. In June 1847 he returned to England, and on the 13th of June he died, being buried in the Church of St. James's, Piccadilly. Honours. Campbell was a Knight Commander of the Bath and also a Knight of St. George of Russia, a Knight of Maximilian Joseph of Bavaria, a Knight Commander of the Portuguese Military Order of the Tower and Sword, and a Knight of the Military Order of Maria Theresa of Austria. He held the Waterloo Medal and the Peninsular Wars Army Gold Medal with clasps for Talavera, Barsico, Fuentes de Honoro and Badajoz, with 6 clasps for Salamanca, Vitoria, the Pyrenees, Nivelles, Nive and Toulouse. Only Wellington, with 9 clasps, Lord Beresford and Sir Dennis Pack, with 7 each, had more clasps to the medal. Family. Campbell married Jane Harnden, and they had 4 sons and 3 daughters. Patrick Fitzroy Wellesley was a colonel in the army. Arthur Wellington was killed at the Battle of Bad Hallfort in the First Sikh War. Frederick Archibald was a vice-admiral in the Royal Navy. Maria married the Hon. Edmund Phipps, son of Henry Phipps, 1st Earl of Mulgrave, and was the mother of Ambassador Sir Constantine Phipps, father of Ambassador Sir Eric Phipps. Ancestry. Portraits. Campbell can be seen in 3 works at the National Portrait Gallery: a pencil and watercolour sketch by Thomas Heafy, an oil on canvas by William Salter, and in the group Field Marshal the Duke of Wellington KG in Amp C giving orders to his generals previous to a general action by Thomas Heafy. Drawings of him are also in the British Museum and the Scottish National Portrait Gallery, and he can be seen in William Salter's group portrait Waterloo Banquet at Apsley House, in the Wellington Museum. In popular culture, Campbell's storming of the walls at Ahmednagar forms an episode in Bernard Cornwell's novel Sharp's Triumph.